Oh, hey guys, so today is one of those days that it's 5 p.m. and I have zero footage on my camera. And the reason I have zero footage on my camera is because I've been working. And that's good, you know, it's good to be working. But unfortunately, working means that I don't really have time to do what I'd like to do with this, or do as much of this as I'd like. Now, here's the thing. This has been great for me with regard to my ability to talk to a camera. I feel like that's improved. Even after day 10, I noted a difference, that I was more comfortable talking to a camera. But I mean, that makes sense if you think about it logically. Yeah, you do something over and over again and you get more comfortable with it. You don't necessarily get better with it that quickly, but you do get comfortable. I feel the same is true about my editing. I'm more comfortable with it. I would even say I've become better at it. I know how to do more things now than I did before I started this. So, both good things. Unfortunately, the channel was a bad place to be putting this, because it's got very little to do with drums, and it's more like a personal vlog, but I'm not trying to be a vlogger. It doesn't really have its place here, and the problem with that is people who are subscribed to this channel may not want that, and I've seen that. I've seen a drop off in interest in the channel because I've been uploading more, which is ironic. So this will be the last video that I post here for daily purposes for this January challenge of mine to post a video every day. Any more videos that are posted here, I'm going to try and make them strictly about drumming, so I'm not spamming those who are here for drumming. And I'll put a link in the description for the channel that I plan to put the rest of the month on. It's just another email address with Google that I have that has resulted in them giving me a second YouTube channel that I don't use for anything in particular other than hosting some videos. So that's with no audience at all. That's where I'm going to be posting those videos. So if you have an interest in the rest of the month of January, and pretty much anything else other than drums that I want to video and upload, I'll put it there in the description down below. So today it's a drum video on inverted paradiddles, and basically, sorry for turning away from you, the sticking pattern, don't do this video if you haven't done paradiddles before, because inverted paradiddles are the lesser known version of paradiddles, and you want to make sure you have paradiddles down first. So for those who haven't done paradiddles, it's right, left, right, right, left, left, and that gets practiced to the point of comfort. Nice and even. And then if you put on what I call two different voices or two different surfaces, you can hear clearly what we're supposed to be doing there. So with the inverted paradiddle, inverted basically means inside out. So if you take a shopping bag and you invert it, you push it inside out, so the inside is on the outside is on the inside. So the inside of a paradiddle is left, right, right, okay? Or left, right. So the sticking on an inverted paradiddle, instead of having the singles first and then a double, you have one single and then your double. So you put the single on the outside, you put a double on the inside. So right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. And then you get left, right, right, left. Right, left, left, right, 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 Notice I'm accenting the first of the inverted paradiddle because I want to make sure that we've got that feel. It's not just like singles. I want to hear. And you see how I'm getting the accent? I'm not trying to hit harder, I'm just allowing my heights to go higher. The longer distance to travel. So hard to talk and play. So the first paradiddle will just have an accent on the 1. 1 E and 2 E and The second inverted paradiddle will have an accent on the E4. So 3 E and 4 E and That's tough. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and I messed it up. So this all sounds like singles until you give yourself 2 voices. So you go. Okay, so let's change angles here. And okay, so what we had on the marching snare was right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, 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 right, left, right, right, right. Right, left. But because it's all on the snare, we want to see if we can get on 2 different voices. So I'm going to go between floor tom and the snare drum. Alright, cool. Let's try that with a metronome. 50. Let's go with 50. Nice round number. And 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Okay, so 50 is good. Let's try 60, see where we're at. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and Okay, so right now I'm starting to struggle with not putting a backbeat on the 2. I want to go, but I'm not allowed to because that's not there. So it's, I have to try and get that. Okay, let's try the 60 again. Just because I went out of it, I need to go back into it. Alright, let's see if we can do 70. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 70's harder. 2, 3, 4. feel like I could stay on 70 longer, but I want to push it until I'm not able to do it, so I'm going to try 80. 70 was a bit of a challenge, so we'll see how 80 goes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Okay, so at this point you might not have noticed, but at this point I close my eyes. The reason I close my eyes is not because I'm tired or because I want to look cool or I want to look like anything. It's because I can focus more on what I'm doing if I close my eyes. And the reason I can do that is your eyes, when open, take in information and your brain has to process that because it's being given to your brain. When you close your eyes, it limits the information that your eyes takes in, therefore your brain has more processing power to think about what it's doing. I don't need to have my eyes open for this sticking pattern anymore because I can remember it without looking at it. Okay, so when I get to that point, when I close my eyes, I can sometimes be more effective with my playing. Give it a try. If you're trying to do something and you're just very close to getting it right, try closing your eyes and see how you get on. Alright, let's try 80 again because 80 was tough. 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Alright, let's try 90. He says with a question mark in his tone. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Okay, let's go for the golden 100. See how we get on. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... Alright, that's right on the edge of my ability, and I'm not even able to keep that confident as I play it. The next thing I will do with that is try and turn it into something I can use in a pattern. So I'm going... Ah. That's tough. Trying at Tom's. I like that. Ah, I went too soon. Okay, so there's something that I just simply googled, inverted paradiddle. The first thing that came up was this inverted paradiddle with an accent on the 1 of 1E and two more accents on the A4 at the end of the bar. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E, A4E and I did it on the snare drum first, then I turned around and tried to put it on two different voices, then I put it into a groove, and then I put it into a fill. So that's something that you can try and do yourselves if you want. It's a bit of learning for me, so I'm happy with that. It's something that I never studied. I never studied the inverted paradiddle. So it's always a challenge for me. If I do something with paradiddles, it's not so much of a challenge because I've done a lot of time on the paradiddle and very little in comparison in the inverted paradiddle, because it wasn't one of the 40 that I learned. Maybe it was one of the ones you learned, or maybe you're at a point where you haven't learned off all your rudiments, so it's a good time to learn it then. If you've just done your paradiddle, do the inverted with it, so you have a comfort level with both, because it was a bit of a shocker to me after 25 years of playing drums to do inverted paradiddles for the first time and realise I wasn't able to do them, even though it's a sticking pattern that I'm familiar with, just in a different order. Okay guys, that's it. That's the end of the video for today. Thanks for watching this far if you have, as always, and yeah, check the description if you are interested in viewing stuff that's not about drumming, and if it's just drums you're after, stick here. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.